Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Isn't that amazing? One guy.
We have 5 guys here because everyone's sick, so they're overcompensating. But it's awesome.
That's right.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Allison Hayslip. Thank you, 5 guys.
Absolutely. Give it up. I am Chris Hardwick.
See? They're working it.
Are you guys drunk?
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Kevin and Olivia returned from Hawaii with a cursed tiki, so they're with a witch doctor.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Also, robots still missing.
They're gone, but fear not, we've replaced them with British palace guards.
Yeah. I mean, we figure they'll be slightly more difficult to steal, considering they have huge guns attached to them.
And slightly more fun to mock openly. I know what you're saying. Those are Beefeater outfits. But suspend your disbelief. That's not really Buckingham Palace right there either.
It's not?
Nope, I'm sorry.
Where's the Queen?
Let's go on an imagination vacation.
Woo!
On the show today, paintballs. No, paintballs. Sorry. It's not a sentence. I read it like a sentence. Red. I mean, this is all coming off the top of my head.
What?
BMX, a new extreme sport that combines canoeing and parachutes. It's all in today's Adrenaline Junkies. Plus, guys, I'm sorry about this. 24 gets the axe.
No!
I know. And the creators of Smallville sue the CW. And we're going to tell you which of your favorite shows are in danger of disappearing from your TV forever. Not this one, though. We'll be here for another 100 years.
And you're still going to look exactly the same.
I might.
Because you never age.
I don't. I'm 80.
All right, look at this. Look at this face.
Look at this smooth.
Little did you know, he's actually 83 years old.
83 years old. Hey, get off my lawn! Sorry.
Chris is older than television.
It's true.
All right, then it's the start of Point and Shoot Week on Gadgetron. Today we're reviewing a Fujifilm camera that weighs only 4 ounces, but packs 10 megapixels. It's huge. And Anna David meets some strangers for sex on the streets. Learn how to properly organize a 3-way when our resident sexpert heads to San Diego. It's very informative. Yeah.
That's right. But right now, it's time to run down the top 5 things on the web.
We are going around the net.
Here we go. It's a slow build, and then explosion! I just spit everywhere. I'm gross.
You just spit?
I by accident.
That's disgusting.
Happens sometimes. When you're this old, it just dribbles out. Oh, I peed. In at number 5 today, a YouTuber named SpongeBoob has posted a rollerblading video.
Wait, I'm sorry. People still rollerblade?
Yes, they do, Allison, and thank God, because it means we get clips like this. He didn't see the You don't look at where your end to end of your course is when you start a thing?
I don't think he thought he was going to make it that far.
I guess maybe he didn't.
He was like, I'm definitely getting a nut shot before I even make it to that sign.
That's right.
I mean, all signs point to fail.
That's right. Hey, that rollerblader may not have stuck the landing, but his face stuck to the landing. What? That's a little wordplay for our British friends, because England loves wordplay.
Did they get it?
Anything?
They're not even laughing.
No.
Boring. I'm stoked that there's a stop sign that finally says what it does and does what it says.
Oh, damn.
Tells you to stop and it stops you.
It is nice. I think Jesus just smiled on me for a second. I hear you, Lord.
Lights just appeared. God was like, I like that joke, Hardwick.
I approve, Chris Hardwick. And you're dying Thursday.
And we're all screwed.
Yep.
All right, today's number 4 is a new trailer for a movie called Frankenstein Girl versus Vampire Girl.
I wonder what that movie could possibly be about, because the title is so open to interpretation.
Porn.
Oh. Allison, Listen, when are the Japanese going to break out of their shell? It's all bowing and origami and bonsai tree trimming.
Do the Japanese make a vending machine that sells barf bags yet?
No, but they are making a machine that sells barf. Really adorable barf.
That's surprising.
It's got the big eyes on it. And
it talks in gibberish.
Yep, it does that. And it's cute. You want to hug it but have sex with it at the same time, like everything is Japanese. Right? Just like everyone's got that, right? Everyone? Good.
There's a reason G4 has never sent you to Japan.
Lord,
it's
what happened?
Right. All right, coming in at number 3, a clip from the original Star Trek series that's beamed back to the top of the web.
Now, this particular episode, called Plato's Stepchildren, was notable because it contained television's first interracial kiss.
But lost in that historic shuffle was this gem of a humiliated Captain Kirk.
How can you let this go on?
How did that ever get past us?
I don't know. I'm guessing Uhuru kissed Kirk before he gave that space midget a pony ride.
That was like watching your dad get beaten up by a midget.
Allison, I've said it on the show before. Let's call them sliders. Come on.
Fine. That was like watching your dad get beaten up by a slider.
My dad could. He was a professional bowler. They're easy to beat up. It's true. It's true.
Nerd.
Yep.
Today's number 2 is courtesy of Funny or Die. It's a look at one of the most important but least appreciated jobs in entertainment, the rant writer.
Say, what do Glenn Beck and Mike Tyson have in common? Besides, of course, both having tasted human flesh, they're both crazy. And Charlie Horde is the man that turns their insanity into words.
Mike's people came to me and said, Charlie, Mike wants to go a different direction with the press conference. Can you write something? I'll put your mother in a straitjacket, you punk-ass white boy. Come here and tell me that while I you in your you punk white boy. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it justice. I'm not a performer. Come and say it to my face. I'll your in front of everybody. That's really the climax of the piece, and then this is kind of the denouement. You bitch, come on, you bitch. You scared coward, you're not man enough to with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at, you're scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll you till you love me.
You know, I submitted my own version of that Mike Tyson rant, but Tyson didn't feel that my speech properly captured the emotion of the moment.
Really? Do you still remember it?
Who said that, shrouded in darkness? Yes. I'll put your mother in a big hug, you delightful Caucasian gentleman. Come here and tell me that while I give you a soothing neck massage. I will be a gentle and thoughtful lover, white man, as I promise to ensure your climax ahead of my own in the privacy of our very own love palazzo. And then it just goes on, but you get the gist of it. They didn't go for it. Sorry.
Shame. That one was beautiful and poetic.
I know.
I loved it.
You're lost, Tyson!
Still ahead, Lady Gaga impersonator brings joy and uncomfortable moments to chat roulette.
See our trans-tastic #1 around the net in just a minute.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I'll be right there waiting for you.
Thank you, Richard Marks. They really are doing a fantastic job.
They are guarding that screen.
Of guarding
really
that
well.
screen. Like I don't think I could get into that screen because of those guys are right there. And at #1 today, an ambitious YouTuber ventures into the wilds of chat roulette.
Yeah, in an attempt to bring joy to the masses, this Lady Gaga impersonator decided to recreate Miss Gaga's infectious telephone video for some unsuspecting chat rouletters.
Chat roulette because it has two types of people. Those who are giving it everything they got and those who want none of it. You're one of those two kinds.
On its most basic level, it's a game of chance where the bullets have been replaced by dongs.
Yeah. Hey, guys, keep it going for the dorm room tranny gaga. Come on. Giving it up.
You get a dong like every 2.5 minutes.
Yep.
Let's go. There we go.
Russian dong roulette.
All right, let's also put our hands together for our very own space deviant, Boba Fetish.
It is I, Boba Fetish once more. Today's fetish, dirty Jedi mind tricks. Those aren't the pants you're looking for. I have felt him, my master.
Those aren't the pants you're looking for.
Wouldn't that be weird if I were wearing Hayden Christensen underwear?
That's what I wanted to see.
You're not going to see it. Hey, do you like danger?
I did see the Lifetime original movie, Mother, May I Sleep with Danger, so...
I choose to ignore you and instead introduce a death-defying new edition of Adrenaline Junkies.
I liked it.
Spring's here, so go hang up that parka and start diving into these extreme sports to satisfy the adrenaline junkie in you. First, put down the controller and get your Modern Warfare fix outdoors with Spider Paintball's new 50 caliber guns. Spider's March lineup includes the Advancer paintball gun, built with an electronic circuit board to increase its firing rate to give you the competitive edge. The Advancer can fire at a rate of 12 balls per second, and, when switched over to semi-automatic mode, can fire up to 25 balls per second. For $190, this sidearm will project more than enough balls that any guy needs in their face. If pulling off jumps on a bike is more your style, then head over to Chicago, home of the Red Bull Stomping Ground BMX competition. Red Bull has asked BMX legend Tim Fuzzy Hall to transform an abandoned construction site in downtown Chicago into a BMX supercourse. Considered the godfather of BMX, Fuzzy won the first jumping competition back in 1989 and is designing this new course filled with jumps, turns, and obstacles made from the found items at the site. This BMX mecca will invite 20 of the top riders from around the world to show off their skills and compete in an exclusive race. The Red Bull Stomping Ground competition starts May 15th in Chicago. But that's not enough air for you. Try looking up. 13,000 feet in the sky. Skydiver Miles Dasher has added a new twist to the sport and has sky-act all over the world, from Mexico to Abu Dhabi. Now the trend is catching on and will be showcased in a new 3D film on skydiving. The UK's Daily Telegraph posted Dasher's recent jump as he straps himself into a kayak and soars over Lake Tahoe. Flying without a paddle, he's able to pull flips and spins while speeding at 98 miles per hour before hitting the lake and pulling up to the shore. Now that's how you make a splash landing. With all the activities the world has to offer, adrenaline junkies should have no problems getting their fix this spring.
No part of skyacking sounds like a good idea.
First of all, I appreciate your honesty, and secondly, I prefer the rush of sky yakking. It's where you jump out of a plane with a yak. Now you can see in this picture I've fallen off the yak, but the yak is relatively nonplussed.
Sky yakking isn't when you vomit while you're skydiving?
I guess that's another version of it.
That's probably what I would do.
That must be East Coast sky yakking.
Oh,
So
exactly.
you guys do it over there.
Wait, you're from the East Coast too?
Well, I'm from the South.
No, that doesn't count.
No.
All right, still ahead. 24 is dead. Oh. And other shows are on life support. It's a high-stakes TV roundup in the loop.
And later, Sex on the Streets with Anna David. Not literally. Sexy questions get sexy answers in just a few sexy minutes.
60 minutes.
The world's in chaos. Resources are depleting, and it's up to you to harvest what's left. That's the story of Greedcore, a turn-based strategy game for the 360, PS3, and coming soon to the PC. In the world of Greedcore, you assume control of one of 4 factions battling for the world's remaining resources. The goal is simple. Claim land, harvest new resources, and defend your own reserves. Assault the opposition and destroy everyone else's harvesting capacity while defending your own. Turn to turn, you must carefully manage your arsenal of harvesters, walkers, armories, and cannons to grow your empire fast and effectively. Then claim ultimate victory as the last harvester standing. With over 10 hours of single-player campaign play and fully customizable online multiplayer, Greedcore is well worth the $10 price tag.
Welcome back. Hey, I heard the British Palace Guards can't break character.
Yeah, I think we should put that theory to the test.
You
shouldn't we?
first.
Oh, they changed guards.
All right, you first.
I'm just going to try to lick mine. He's too tall.
Yeah, that's not funny though to lick him. That's
not
maybe not the
breaking.
reaction you want to get out of him. Nope.
What if I just rub his hat?
You could do
Because
that.
it's furry.
I could lick my guy.
Try. You can reach your guy.
Hello, I am the guard of the palace. You don't come inside of my palace.
Wait, switch guys real quick. I think I can lick your guy.
Why would you lick his face?
I did it. Did he break?
I'm the queen. I have a Prince Albert on my weenus.
Weenus?
What's a weenus?
Are you kidding me? Nothing?
I know. This is really
Try to
upsetting.
smile or you're fired. Damn it. This sucks.
Wow, they're really
They're
good.
really good.
I'm actually really impressed by this.
I'm going to go into the palace now.
All right. How about can we get this? I don't think that worked. Chris, come back! Come back!
Oh, sorry.
All right, how about you guys go news yourself or something?
Wow. Want to go inside?
That college credit just doesn't seem worth it now, does it? Stay in school, kids. Start the feed. It is Monday, March 29th. Here are your top stories. As we all know, Steve Jobs giveth and Steve Jobs taketh away. The iPad will be released this Saturday, but even if you pre-ordered, you might want to get in line right now if you want to take one home on launch day. You see, it seems that Apple has already pre-sold more iPads than it can stock in its first shipment. So while the tablet will be available in all 221 Apple stores at 9 a.m. on Saturday, because of the limited supply, there won't be enough tablets on hand to cover all of the demand, which means that even folks with pre-orders may not get their new gadgets until April 12th. That is not gonna go well at all. But on the plus side, if you didn't pre-order, Apple has confirmed that some Best Buy stores will also be selling the shiny new tablet at launch, so you can set up your sleeping bag on the Best Buy curb right now. Google Chrome is unhackable. So far. Apparently, Chrome was the only major web browser to go unscathed in this year's Pwn2Own hacking contest. Now, Safari and Firefox were both hacked within minutes, making Chrome look studly by comparison. Yes, I said studly. But now everyone is convinced, as some skeptics claim that Chrome was only spared because of its relative unpopularity. In just the last few months, however, Chrome actually passed Safari to become the third most popular browser behind Internet Explorer and Firefox, so Google's new browser may soon have a target on its back. And speaking of hacking, Xbox Live's director of programming programming Larry Erb, also known by his gamertag Major Nelson, has had his live account hacked this weekend. Now, Nelson hosts the regular podcast for the Xbox Live Network, and he has since had his account restored, but not without the hacker first changing personal information and advertising his hacking service on Nelson's avatar page. To make things easier for everyone, cyber police included, the hacker actually displayed his Skype name and the price tag of $100 he charges via PayPal to hack into any Xbox Live account. You, sir, are an idiot! I know. I'm not scared of you. You only charge $100. How good could you possibly be? And one quick final note, according to the Wall Street Journal, it's big news here. As we all expected, it looks like the iPhone is definitely coming to Verizon. Finally, I can make phone calls! Victory lap! I can make calls again! Come here, one more. Chest bump. Okay, there we go. Maybe as early as next summer. Apple's been unveiling new phones like clockwork each year, and word is that this year's models will use CDMA technology. I'm so sorry. This summer. Sorry, every nerd ever. Which just so happens to be what Verizon Wireless Networks uses. This is a bad day for me on the feed. Thanks.
There it goes.
Wait.
Just fed.
Blair, come back. Come back. Seriously, come back.
Come here.
I just want to point out that Chris and I always lovingly refer to ourselves as the B team, but I feel like when you're here, we're actually the H team.
Yes!
Right?
Herder, Hardwick, and Hayslip.
I like it. I feel like this is a good thing going. So today we have the H team. Now, why don't you go wear the same shirt as Jason Kennedy?
I'm just going to stay right here. I'll be back here.
You sit there. Don't look at my skirt, though. Thanks.
I'm good.
All right. Are you stuck in a dead-end job watching as the best years of your life melt away like that Nazi's face from Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Fear not, we're going to show you a couple of websites that turn your dreams into something even better than reality, money.
Stop it, Blair!
Stuck in a job where your talents are wasted? Don't despair! We're here to help turn your hidden skills and ideas into cold, hard cash, and we won't even ask for a tip. First, answer this simple question. What would you do for $5? On Fiverr.com, any service you can imagine sells for a quick $5. Just think of something in your area of expertise, write up a quick description, and post it on Fiverr as a gig. Gigs can be anything from writing a joke, to designing a business card, to drawing a picture. If it's something you're good at, post it. If another user wants what you're selling, they'll place an order and it winds up in your job queue. All you have to do is complete the gig, your customer deposits $5 into your Fiverr account, and you can move on to the next thing. If you post something you're good at that doesn't take too much time or effort, you could make a nice wad of cash. But if you've got bigger ambitions like creating your own comic book or making a movie, kickstart that big idea with Kickstarter.com. It's an online marketplace where people with ideas, both big and small, can get the funding to turn their dreams into reality.
You said it.
Kickstarter connects you with backers who will pledge money to your project so you can hire an artist to draw your comic book or buy puppets for your movie.
This had better be good, Hacker Monster.
Decide whether you need $80 or $8,000. Set a deadline for your goal. Your project gets funded if you reach your target amount on time, so make sure you only ask for exactly what you need. Then, write up your idea and submit it. Once accepted, your project will be listed allowing users to pledge money toward your goal. Set up rewards for different dollar amounts to give people a reason to give you money. The better the rewards, the more likely you'll reach your goal. So get creative like this guy.
If you pledge $300 or more, you or the person of your choice can actually be drawn into one of the stories in the anthology.
Now that sounds like a deal. Once you get your funding, don't leave your backers in the dark. Keep them updated with videos and blog posts about your progress. Before you bask in the glory of your finished work, be sure to make good on all your promises and share your finished masterpiece with the people who help make it happen.
Eyes up here. Right.
Let's face it, not every idea is worth $1 million, but finding the money to make them happen, big or small, is easy thanks to these great sites.
I cannot wait to make money off the internet, just like Twitter and online newspapers. They make so much money. All right, let's send the thing over whatever, Chris.
Blah, 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 Chris. Now, there's been a ton of breaking TV news in the past few days, including the cancellation of one of your favorite TV shows. Find out more in this all-TV edition of The Loop. Joining us in the flesh here from Los Angeles to make sense of it all is TV editor for Variety, Michael Schneider. Welcome, Michael Schneider.
I feel the love.
Welcome back.
How's it going?
I know. I can do this instead of having to touch your digital face on that giant screen over there.
I love it.
So,
Keep doing it.
you first reported on the cancellation of 24, or 24, as they would say down south. But Fox has finally confirmed this. I mean, why is 24 going away?
It's done. A couple of reasons. First off, it's in its 8th season now, so that makes it really expensive to produce. At that point, salaries are sky high, and it's just production at that point costs.
I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if most people know, but every year, that performers, producers, everyone gets a pay bump. So eight seasons in, it's incredibly expensive.
In broadcast television, that is.
Right, in broadcast television.
I know your situation.
Yeah, if you're working in a gas station, you're probably not going to get a 20% pay bump every year.
But there was that. The ratings were down as well. Creatively, there's some issues as well. The critics weren't quite as big this season on the show, although it's starting to pick up. But, I think everyone involved thought it was time to go.
So, which I think is kind of a smart thing, that Kiefer Sutherland came out and said, you know what, we wanted to go out while we're still on top, and maybe that's a good thing rather than hanging around any longer.
Yeah, I mean, we see shows all the time that last a couple seasons too long, and they end on such a pitiful note that no one cares, no one remembers, no one's watching the finale. At this point now, I think there's going to be an audience.
Are you talking about according to Jim? That's what you're talking about, right? Does this because the end of that, does this pave the way for Jack Bauer on the big screen, you think? Maybe
it does, as a matter of fact. They are plotting a movie right now. There's a writer attached, Billy Ray.
The Sex and the City model is an interesting model, that you would actually be able to motivate people out of their homes for a show they could see for free into a movie theater. Do you think it's going to work?
X-Files did it before that. At least the first time around, it sort of worked. Second time around, it had been off the air too long, so it didn't quite as much. But this case,
that movie should have been called X-Files. Remember? X-Files? That's what it should have been called.
And ... never mind.
No, seriously, X-Files.
Yeah, not quite.
Are there any other shows that are in danger of getting the X? Please don't say this one, or Web Soup.
Exactly. Chuck fans ought to probably start heading back to the subway and picking up more $5 footlongs. I mean, creatively.
Wait, I don't understand. Is that something you do when a show gets canceled? You go buy footlongs in the
It's a euphemism, apparently.
Oh, okay.
That was the big thing last year. But ratings aren't that good right now. And
networks are brutal. Like, most shows, most shows will get 1-2 episodes tops, and networks are like, it wasn't an instant hit, gone. So if your numbers slide, it is a cutthroat business right now.
It's tough. I mean, Heroes has been on for quite a few years as well, but the ratings are really down, and it's not looking like it probably will come back unless NBC has some room or really needs the show to come back. Flash Forward, a lot of shows that these viewers may be interested in, not so much.
Okay. Well, it's hard to believe, but Smallville has been renewed for a 10th season. 10 seasons! He's not even, he's just Superman right now.
He's still not wearing the tights, and he's still not flying, so
But there's a lawsuit, the creators have filed a lawsuit against the CW, so WTF.
Well, Mr. Hardwick, Smallville basically is produced by Warner Brothers TV. Right. Warner Brothers also is part owner of the CW. So there's a little question of, did they actually get the best value possible for this show? Would another network maybe pay more for it? Well, the producers think so. Producers think that maybe the CW, and before that the WB, didn't pay enough. So they want their cash.
Well, if you go to work on the CW, you know that it's not, you're not going to make a lot of money.
I believe they don't even pay you in American dollars. So I'm not sure what they do.
You get a bag of chocolate gold and then a little bit of college credit, and then they send you on your way.
Exactly.
Do you think this is actually going to affect Smallville as a program?
It probably won't. A lot of shows have gone through this through the years. Producers for the X-Files at one point, and Will and Grace. A lot of these shows, they've had these issues. Hasn't affected the on-air stuff at all.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about Singled Out coming back?
10th anniversary?
Or 10th? We're way past the 10th anniversary.
I'm feeling old, man.
It's the show your parents loved.
Yes.
Well, anyway, thanks, Michael Schneider from Variety, for keeping us in the loop. Always a pleasure to see you, Michael.
Definitely.
Come across the street any day. Let's go over to Allison.
Dude, I'm telling you, Chris Hardwick is like Richard in Lost, am I right?
Yes.
All right, hey, do you like giant gaming peripherals? I sure hope so, because it's time to attack this. Now, as much fun as Rock Band is, and let's be honest, it's really freaking fun, you won't be wowing the ladies with your ability to play a 5-button plastic guitar. Well, all that is about to change with the power gig, Rise of the Sixth String. The Power Gig uses a real 6-string guitar as a controller, and you strum the strings to play notes. When you're not gaming, the guitar can be jacked into an amp and played in real life. What? Now, this won't instantly make you the next guitar legend, but it is a step in the right direction. The game is slated to drop this fall, but you can go to powergig.com for more info. Now, everyone and their mother has a 360 or a PS3. Congrats on falling into the norm, people. That's great. Now, if you want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack, then go to motionsim.com and check out the Full Motion Racing 4D OF Simulator. Yeah, this bad boy can pitch, roll, yaw, and heave, creating a dynamic G factor of 2 Gs while racing through the virtual streets of your dreams. No guarantee you won't be vomiting all over your living room, but hey, it looks pretty freaking awesome, am I right? Yeah. Now I just cough up a mere $28,000, and you're good to go. Now, if you've got 28,000 clamps to drop on a full motion racing sim, why not upgrade to the big leagues for the same price with the Virtue Sphere? This 10-foot hamster ball is the next evolution in virtual reality. You stand inside wearing a head-mounted display, wielding a gun controller. As you walk in the ball, your avatar walks in a virtual world, allowing for complete freedom of movement. I think it's safe to say that this thing blows the Wii Fit right out of the water. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of this gaming stuff and more. Now stay tuned. We'll show you a 10-megapixel Fuji under an inch thick and weighing only 4 ounces. It's the noisy cricket of digital cameras on Gadgetprod when we come back.
These dudes are trying to test their high jumping skills. What happens next? Does he face plant into the obstacle in front of him? Does he overcompensate and keel over when he lands? Or does he go trip on the obstacle and then flip over? Find out when we return. Dudes are trying to test their high jumping skills. What happens next? Does he face plant into the obstacle in front of him? Does he overcompensate and keel over when he lands? Or does he go trip on the obstacle and then flip over? Who knew leapfrogging could be so dangerous?
Anything? Hey, that guy almost hit his weenus on the thing.
They're really good. I licked his face. The luckiest intern in Attack of the Show history, and he did not flinch.
I don't know why he would laugh at that. I don't know.
We don't make him laugh. We just have to make him move, do something, have feelings, emote.
Well, enough of that. It's time for our first. Great, I'm a professional. Here's another thing. It's time for our first point-and-shoot camera of the week in Gadgetron.
I really wish we had a Segway on set so we could just do Segways.
Just have Steve Wozniak right across on the screen wipe.
We didn't know what to do.
Segway! But right now, Fujifilm's whipping out its megapixels.
It's curvy, yet sharp.
Ooh.
Having a digital camera on you at all times can really pay off, which is why Fujifilm released the Z37. Weighing only 4 ounces and just under an inch thick, this curvy camera automatically detects faces and scenes to take the best possible picture. Plus, with 10 megapixels, one-touch movie recording, and anti-blur mode, this is one of the most affordable full-featured point-and-shoots for $75.
I'm just going to say this camera was not present when I ate a scorpion. I don't know how that happened.
I just saw a lot of drinks being poured.
That's what I do for my job.
Well, all right then.
Such a tough life.
So what's going on with this camera, Allison?
This is definitely one of the smaller digital cameras we've ever reviewed. It's extremely light. It fits well in your hand or your pocket.
Damn, girl, that is light.
It's so tiny and beautiful and cute and purple. Turn it sideways. There we go. See? That's how tiny it is. It does feel a little cheap since it's so small, but is there enough room for all the navigation buttons? See, they're all right here.
No, not really, Allison.
Oh, we're going to be ghetto for all
the buttons feel kind of random since they're not in normal places that you're used to, like the directional pad. The left button is in the center, while the OK button is way down below. I don't know why.
Weird.
Overall, they're kind of cramped. Also, the battery cover You can see there's no release button on it, so sometimes when you pull it out of your pocket, that happens. It just pops right off, and you can see the SD card and the battery in there. And you got to do that. Not a big deal. Doesn't come all the way off, but it's just kind of irritating.
Yeah, definitely. Now, most digital cameras have features like face detection, red eye removal, and automatic scene recognition, but not a lot of them are this affordable, so do they all work well?
I would say they're hit and miss. When face detection works, it does improve exposure and focus, but about half the time, it will not find a face. Look, there's a face. Find it.
Find it.
Clearly, there is a face there.
Gosh. It doesn't like profiles. It only finds faces head on.
Oh, my God. Danny's dead. Red eye removal is about 50-50, too. If it tries, but it's just not always completely accurate. Overall, even with scene recognition, the features are nice, and they do help a lot, but they just don't work all the time.
But it does have these adorable little nubs on the bottom of it, so every time you want to stand it up on something,
we do enjoy
it'll
nubs.
stand up nicely.
Yep.
But I don't think cameras ever had an issue with that. I don't know why they added that.
Nope.
All right, let's get to the important part.
Yeah, you can just stand it up and look at it and go, I wish you worked better.
Look, I didn't even stand up.
Yep.
All right, how do the pictures look?
They look pretty good. Normal light pictures have accurate colors and look vibrant, but sometimes they're a little overexposed. Overall, they look fine. They look fine. Low light pictures look okay too. Most of the time, the flash evenly exposes
Chris
your
is
subject.
miserable in that picture.
Again, you might get some blur because the camera is not totally consistent.
Bummer. Okay, but it's only $75, which I have never heard of a digital camera being that cheap before.
Well, right now, sure.
Right now.
Yeah.
At this very moment, I have found the cheapest digital camera ever. I don't know if that's true. I just think it is. So what are we going to rate it at that price?
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Pictures look good. I'm not saying they don't, but it's just that the camera's not that consistent. I bet it is small, it's light. If you only want to spend $75, maybe not a bad way to go. And it makes it easy to keep with you all the time because it's so tiny. Who cares if you lose it? Hey, this is America. $75. Whatever. 75. Don't throw it. All right, that's it for
it's not one of our indestructible cameras?
It's not an indestructible camera.
It's just cheap.
It's one of our exploding cameras. That's it for Gadgetron. Remember, for even more on the latest news and computers, games, and tech, check out g4tv.com/thefeed. But right now, it's time for sex on the streets.
Okay, it totally did not say anything about that in my contract.
What?
No.
I'm Anna David here in San Diego. With millions of people getting it on, there's bound to be a need for sex advice. So I'm at Hustler Hollywood in San Diego to help out with the issues.
In your pants, or whatever this is.
Is HPV something for girls, or is it something guys should be worried about too?
It is something for guys and girls, and more women are aware of it because you can detect it through a pap smear and because it leads to cervical cancer at times. So guys need to be more aware of the fact that it is going on. There is no test for men. If they have warts, then that is the way that it is determined that they have it. But, you know, it's passed along through having unsafe sex, so if you're not having unsafe sex, you don't have to worry about passing along or about getting it. Are you practicing safe sex? Look at that, putting him on the spot.
I'm having problems talking to women. I was wondering, how can I improve my game?
It's a great question. And I think that the way you can improve your game is by thinking of it less like it's a game and more like you're getting to know people, you know? I think that there's all these tricks out there. These seduction teachers have all these tricks. You know, they say, like, wear a crazy hat. You can do all of that, but the problem with that kind of thing is you're still at their mercy. I say the messages we tell ourselves are really powerful. So rather than being like, I'm shy, I don't know how to talk to women, I gotta improve my game, how about, I'm a pretty cool guy. A girl would be kind of psyched to meet me. So why don't I actually go out there and try to get to know them? You're going to have a lot more success that way than with, like, a funny hat.
So my girlfriend has this really hot friend, right? Mm-hmm. And we've kind of joked around about a threesome. The girl was coming into town. I was wondering how to approach it.
Well, look, joking around about a threesome is a whole different universe from actually having a threesome, right? So I think you've got to ask your girlfriend if she's actually, that's something she'd be interested in. Once you get clearance on that, then you got the other girl to convince. So you've got many steps on this, on the road to this happening. I think I always warn people about this when it comes to threesomes. So much better if you're determined to do it do it with somebody you don't know. Like, do not get the girlfriend's friend when there's going to be lots of issues coming up that you're not going to expect to come up. All this drama, you know how girls get, right?
Yeah.
The threesome is one of those that's like a really fun fantasy. There's nothing wrong if you want to go do it, but it is one that the reality's far, far different from the fantasy. Just doing my part to help out the folks in San Diego. I'm Anna David. See you next time I go in your pants.
You know, Anna David really is the Sherlock Holmes of intercourse mysteries.
The Nancy Drew of the uterus.
The Dr. Quinn medicine woman of the wild frontier called Lady Parts USA.
I'm not going to try to top that one.
Let's just move on
Pretty
then.
good.
Coming up, flying the friendly skies with today's epic fail.
See corporate rap after the break.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS. Chris Gore is back on DV Doomsday. He'll review Sherlock Holmes and I Sell the Dead. Plus, Point and Shoot Week continues on Gadget Prawn with a new Canon camera. Its 3.5-inch touch LCD lets you tap to autofocus. Then, flying reptiles and our favorite barbarian return to the airwaves for another edition of Jeremy's Dragon Corner. See you tomorrow.
So, someone pointed out on Twitter that you, me, and Blair not only are the H team, but we're also A, B, and C.
That's
Blair
right.
and Chris.
Oh my God, this means something.
All right, it's time for today's epic fail. It means something in my heart.
It means something in my heart, too,
Okay,
which also
good.
starts with an H. Corporate training videos are never good.
But
That's my
back
nipple.
in the day, it does not start with an H. Southwest Airlines put a not-hit single called the Just Plain Fun Shuffle on tape.
We really wish they hadn't. Or do we?
We're the Southwest team, that's what we are. No MVP, we're each a big star. It's fun to fly and it's fun to serve. And fun is what our customers deserve. Our spirit is special, our attitude's the best. We're proud to be part of the Team Southwest.
On the telephone.
And through the mail.
We listen to the stories.
And we read the tale. I forgot to show my card. I missed the flight. Need frequent flyer credit. Can you hear my plight? Yes, we're here to help with expediation, company club, and customer relations. Having fun, having fun, having fun, having fun, having fun, having fun, just like fun.
What? All right, once again, proof that airline fails of any kind are never good.
Let's hope their planes are constructed better than their rapping. Zang! Gapap! I would like to thank our guest, Michael Schneider from Variety.
Stick around, the International Sexy Ladies Show starts right now. Goodbye.